Diets don't work. Fad diets rarely keep weight off long term and may be dangerous to your health. South Beach, Weight Watchers, the Zone Diet, they all have their positives, but considering them as diets that you start and stop is counterproductive. It just doesn't work over time. A few other diets don't even sound healthy or anything that I would stick to, except maybe the cookie diet. Now that one has my attention. Short-term weight loss is unhealthy. Losing and gaining back what you lost or even more has detrimental effects, more so than if you've never lost the weight in the first place. The roller coaster syndrome of starting and stopping, losing and gaining is typical of lifelong dieters. Often they're looking for that one sure thing, but oftentimes they fail. Why does weight matter? I'm sure you're dying to know. Well, there's health risks. 68% of Americans are considered overweight or obese, according to the USDA. Some may argue that certain people are predisposed to being overweight, but according to Robert F. Kushner, Sudesh Kumar, and Victor Lawrence in the Practical Manual of Clinical Obesity, the gene pool is unlikely to have changed dramatically over the last 50 to 100 years, whereas the environment has changed markedly. Fast food is everywhere. Processed foods cover our grocery store aisles, which are a huge factor to excess weight gain. Diseases related to excess weight are inflammation, organ malfunction, and hormone disruption. Also, allergies, arthritis, depression, diabetes, migraines, and tooth decay. Lifestyle benefits from reducing weight by just 20 pounds are lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, less inflammation, and more physical activity, resulting in better emotional balance and a happier human being. There are financial benefits. There's lower health costs to eating healthy. According to a Harvard Health study of December of 2013, eating healthy costs an average of $1.50 per person per day versus $3.83 per person per day in cost of an unhealthy lifestyle. Better insurance rates. Insurance companies look at weight when quoting policies, but they're looking for averages over a 12-month period before they'll give you a weight loss credit. And that's according to PolicyGenius.com. There's a social perception. Abigail Segway, an associate professor of sociology at the University of California, Los Angeles, in her new book called What's Wrong with Fat, says bigger bodies have become framed as a medical problem and are seen as bad. She states we're living in a society in which it is so deeply ingrained that it is bad and immoral to be fat. Fat people are widely seen as lazy, selfish, and consuming too much resource. In 2011, I lost 30 pounds. As of 2015, I've kept 20 of that off, and I am still in my ideal weight zone with my BMI and cholesterol and glucose numbers being perfect. How did I do it? I decided to invest in myself, my health, and my life. I had just received my annual physical from my doctors and had gotten my reports back. When my doctor voiced a concern over my high cholesterol level, I wasn't too worried. After all, I was an athlete, and I'd always been in good shape. I compared my numbers from previous years to that year's report, and I noticed that the numbers hadn't changed at all. Ha! Take that, Dr. Johnson. The numbers hadn't changed. But a year had passed, and the numbers hadn't changed. I decided at that point something needed to change for the better. I decided to start an eating plan. It was called Life Turn. It was a little expensive on the front end, but the cost of the plan made me commit to it, and I stuck with it and worked through it until, in the end, it had become routine. It had an accountability factor. I had to check in 3 times a week with my weight, my body mass index, and my percentage of body fat. My meals were pre-planned and home-cooked. I shopped in the grocery store. I could still eat out by carefully choosing off of the menu prior to going out, and I packed my lunch every day. I got lots of rest, drank plenty of water, and after 90 days, I'd reached my 30-pound goal. And I knew how to feed myself for the rest of my life. How do I maintain it? Well, I pretty much eliminated sodas and junk food out of my life. I consume very little dairy products. I eat lots of lettuce, broccoli, fish, and lean beef. Fun foods are Jell-O, sugar-free Jell-O pudding, protein shakes, and protein bars, specifically the Power Crunch bar. I steer clear of potatoes, pasta, and rice. I made lifestyle changes as well. I make sure that I'm eating something at least every 3 hours, which is difficult as a golf professional. I do drink lots of water, and I work out 3 times a week for at least 30 minutes. That's one I slip on a little bit, hence the 10-pound weight gain from the 30 pounds that were lost. And I do not eat after 8 o'clock at night. So everything I've told you so far is for one purpose, so that you'll stop dieting and make lifestyle changes to maintain healthy weight and ward off disease. To do this, exercise is essential. Cardio workout for at least 30 minutes per day, 3 times per week, will help you to build muscle and lose fat. You may not see the difference right away on the scale numbers, but you will know the difference by how you feel. Happy endorphins are released when you become physically active. You eat to live versus living to eat. You burn calories to lose weight or maintain your weight. For a female, 140 pounds, 5'5", and active, that's me, I would need to consume 2,149 calories a day to maintain my weight. To lose weight, I would need to consume 1,719 calories. And to lose weight fast, I would need to consume 1,290 calories per day. Eating foods with high nutritional value and low carbs helps the engine continue to run. Oftentimes, eating too few calories can send the body into a starvation mode where it will actually hold those calories in fear of starvation. Create energy by eating lean proteins and low starches. Live healthy. Eliminate bad habits such as smoking, drinking alcohol, snacking when bored. Drink lots of water in place of eating, which may quench your desire to consume unnecessary foods. Also, drinking cold water burns more energy as the body has to convert it, heat it up in order for it to digest it properly. Sugar is addictive. According to the USDA, they report that Americans consume average of 150 pounds of sugar annually. 100 years ago, that number was 4 pounds per person. Likened to cocaine, according to registered dietitian Tamsin Murphy Campbell, quoted in the book called Sugar Free by Karen Thompson and Carrie Hammerton, recent studies have shown that in certain individuals, the consumption of sugar lights up the same centers in the brain in a PET scan as cocaine does in cocaine addicts. Changing the brain chemistry by detoxing from sugar can change the way you think about food. I know because I've been there and I've done that. When I detoxed from sugar, when I started my eating plan, I could look right past the Oreo cookies that were in the cupboard that my husband had placed there. So, you see, diets don't work. Make a change and stick to it. Have a plan and follow it. Every day. Every single day for the rest of your life. Life changes are lasting changes. Ditch the bad habits and learn some new healthy ones. Healthy is happy. You'll be amazed at the things you'll do with just a few pounds off of your body, and you're more physically fit. Eat to live versus live to eat. Feed yourself instead of filling yourself. There is a huge difference. Don't diet. Just do it.